Short form video has quietly become the dominant way people consume content online, but most businesses are still approaching it like it's something optional or something experimental, rather than recognizing it for what it actually is, which is a fundamental shift in how attention works, and especially how attention works in 2026. So what's changed isn't just the format of the content and the video, but it's the behavior behind it that we must really understand. So as you can imagine, the pace of life has picked up. People are consuming faster. They're making decisions faster. They're just moving faster in general. It's no wonder you have your TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts have really picked up steam and introduced a brand new type of content, and one that is really changing the game in terms of how discovery happens. So what's happening is that the expectations around the content delivery have also changed with it. So the rule now is something doesn't immediately capture attention, it doesn't even get a second chance. So that's where a lot of brands are really falling short. We see that brands are overthinking production. They're spending way too much. It's taking too much time. It's too complicated. They're over polishing their message too much about, well, what about this? What about that? Maybe this, maybe that. And in reality, they don't get anything done. And it's just taking too long in general for them to create. And when in reality, these platforms that are out there, they're rewarding speed, relevance, and consistency, right? So it's not the content that performs in the past that's working now. It's the content that's performing best is the one that doesn't feel overly produced. It feels natural, organic. It feels like it belongs in your curated social media feed. So really at the end of the day, people on social media, they don't love being marketed to. They want to feel as if that brand is engaging or that they might already be in the middle of what is an interesting conversation that's going on. And again, to hit home, speed has really become that competitive advantage. So going back to overproduced, over messaged, right? That's where speed will beat that more often than not, because you'll know what's working, what's not. So it's not about just how quickly people consume content, but it's how quickly brands can create the content, respond to the content, their window to participate. If it's a trend or a moment or something happening culturally, it's a very short period of time and window. And the brands that are winning are the ones that jump through that door into that new opportunity. So definitely need to operate with speed and efficiency. And that's where short form video content continues to come in. So with that, you also need to understand what's happening in terms of how short form video is no longer just driving awareness, but it's also driving decisions. So people are discovering brands with short form video. They're forming their opinions about those brands. And then ultimately, especially if it is Instagram, IG Reel, some sort of just phone capture, they're making purchasing decisions and sometimes even making those purchasing decisions directly on the platform without ever leaving. So no longer is this short form video content top of funnel, it's bottom of the funnel as well. And so it's critical for how your brand uses this material properly. So when you take a step back, you look at all this, you understand why short form video content becomes a clear strategy, why it's trending, why it's becoming even more and more popular, and the clarity that it gives brands. So it's not about creating perfect content, but it's about relative content consistently, right? And a way that aligns with how people are consuming that content online. So once you get that right, short form video stops feeling like some sort of trend that you're trying to keep up with, and instead starts becoming a channel that you can consistently rely on and double down for growth. And that's exactly what you're getting a little bit here, a little bit longer than short form, I guess you could say, but similar in nature. So best of luck, everybody. And this is the breakdown for short form video content and why it's critical for your marketing strategy.